Oops.
May have an audible.
Oh, he's inaudible right now.
Yeah.
Andrew, your mic disappeared again. Let's fix this. I don't have to edit this with video.
Bad cable. Maybe.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a little. I got to buy a new XLR. It's a little funky there.
Okay. Can I tell a little story to introduce you?
It's your show. Take it away.
Is it about when he was? Is it when he was conceived?
No. About 6 years ago, and Andrew was in the middle of his budding comedy career. His mother and I would fly all over to see him. I mean, one time we flew to
Winnipeg.
Honolulu, surprised him. Not Winnipeg yet.
I've been there. I live there.
But we also we flew to Tucson once, and he was doing a New Year's Eve show, and he was co-headlining with another comedian.
A big name, as I recall.
Well, and I thought they were both good. They were contemporaries. I really, because you do that when your son's the comic, you go, oh, you were better than the headliner, if he's the opener. And if you don't say that, he doesn't think you were because you're just being polite.
Yeah.
But in this case, it was a great show, and the gal that he was co-headlining with, I thought was pretty good. Not over the moon spectacular. But just the other day, I've been noticing, because I see a lot of comics on Facebook, that there's this comic that comes up a lot, and she's pretty wicked funny. And I thought, there's something familiar about her. And I asked him, do you know who this Taylor Tomlinson is? And it turns out she's like the Taylor Swift of comedians right now. She's huge, right? Mm-hmm. And she was the co-headliner with him at this little giggle, chuckle, laugh-a-hut in Tucson.
Ask him how
Andrew
he
had
feels
so
about
much
that.
potential. Yeah.
Well, so tell me what you said when I brought it up.
I don't remember what I said.
Well,
screw her, and I am way funnier, and I deserve all the success.
Something like that, yeah. No, you were like, well, she's
the chosen one, but by not to say that she doesn't deserve any of the stuff. For example, I'm friends with her regular opener. He opened for her on both of her Netflix specials. So he did like the audience warm up. Netflix is testing the cameras and focusing while he's on stage. And, he just got dropped by his second manager. So there are people that people pick and go, you're coming with me. And then there are other people that are like, hey, no, thanks. Get out of the way. So
actually what you said, which was interesting, and we've had this discussion a few times, was that it's hard for a white male comic these days.
Well, I don't want to, again, we're gonna get dog whistling here.
Send your cards and letters to
Ed. Can you do an impression of a dog whistle for us right now? Is there?
No, I could, but you would never.
No, the answer is the answer is that the impression of a dog whistle is
right.
And had I been awake and thinking, that would have been my response.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
Anyway, Andrew, but that is a thing in comedy, right? At the moment.
Perhaps. They're also giving people that didn't have opportunities for a long time more opportunities. And so there are just less spots,
Yeah.
That is not saying that.
That won't change.
There's nothing wrong with that. So,
no,
those people need to be represented in media and need a fair shot, Yeah.
But there are a lot more women comics now than there used to be.
Now, when I went to audition for Netflix and I was one of 3 white guys on the show, I was like, oh, this is how it feels to be a token. Just like, oh, we gotta check a box. We gotta get a white guy on the show. So
do you have any Middle Eastern friends that you could recommend to us?
Yeah, it's interesting. And by the way,
so it's like I'm complaining because I'm being treated the way that they've been treated the whole time. This isn't fair,
You're
so
Karen,
I just want to avoid.
It's hard for a white guy to get a meal at the Woolworth lunch counter these days, isn't it?
And by the way, if your dad can't put landmines in front of you and push you and say, walk towards those, who can? No, I understand, but it is interesting because I know your heart, and I know, but it is interesting these days that
is
in
your
comedy,
next guest Kanye West on this show? I mean, what's going on here?
Yay!
it used to be a strictly.
I'm not going DEFCON 3 on French toast.
It used to be pretty strictly male, and when there was a female comic, it was a great, exciting thing. A Phyllis Diller or a
Rivers.
But yeah. Anyway, so she said, "Oh, she's kind of hot and she's female," which is true, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't really noticed.
No,
that
you're not supposed to. You're a eunuch, remember?
That's right. Political.
Well, you've just rediscovered you used to watch The Tonight Show and you used to be hip on those things, but now you don't consume as much, legacy media yourself.
Right.
You're too busy buying bathtubs with doors from Fox News ads, but
you climb over a bathtub again.
Hey, I don't want to slip and fall.
I'm with you. I want to keep you alive too.
And those slippers they look good. I need someone to let me know, are the Mr. Pillow slippers, My Pillow slippers, any good?
Right.
Okay.
So once I started going viral on these apps like Facebook and YouTube that you actually do spend time on, and then the algorithm, just because you're nice and you click thumbs up on my videos, the algorithm shows you a ton more comedy than you probably been exposed to. So you're rediscovering all these comedians that you'd heard of 6 years ago because I was working with them. So
just case in point, though, you're one of the one or two white males.
Oh, what an honor.
But I think it's because Zuckerberg knows you're my son. I don't even think you might not even be there. But you come up as often as Taylor, and you're one of the funniest ones, too. And you're getting how many millions of views right now?
I'm averaging about 3 million views a month. So on Facebook right now. So that's pretty good.
Holy moly.
About 10,000 new fans. And that is what is interesting about our industry changing, is that I have as much power as HBO did 15 years ago. So
kind of cool that way.
Yes.
Great equalizer.
The exciting thing is, I only have myself to blame for my lack of success. There's no my manager is holding me back, and it's HBO's fault. They don't even know talent if they see it. I'm like, I put it out on the internet, and they collectively went, no, thank you. So
he's being humble, guys, because I don't say it out loud, but he crossed a certain financial threshold, or is about to. And his career is taking off. I mean, compared to where it was a couple of years ago, it's amazing. Pandemic,
I didn't have a career 2 years ago. Yeah.
Well,
my job was illegal.
I did notice his power's on. That's a good sign for a comedian.
Yeah. You'd think you'd be able to afford a barber. I mean,
So what's going on? What else is going on with you, Andrew?
Well, just touring around. I've noticed, I still see people at masks in my shows, which is kind of interesting. I didn't really know how to feel about that, whether to make fun of them or, but I think I try to take it as a compliment now, because they still think they might die, but they think my show is worth it. And then but that's also a lot of pressure. I better do a good show tonight, or the last show they see is going to be, I shouldn't have gone to that In River show, So
you sure it's not Insane Clown Posse fans?
Yeah.
Are the audience levels back up to where they were pre-pandemic?
It just depends. I mean, every show, I my last two shows were sold out, but they were a 60-seat pizza place and a 100-seat. So
got a pie and a joke for Smith. Pie and a joke for Smith.
Yeah. Self-producing a show is glamorous, and you can only perform at the venues that respond to your emails. So,
but you're doing a lot of that. He's been humble, by the way, right now. I mean, he's
booking his own shows.
He's doing very well. He's selling out theaters and got.
I mean, let's just say if they handed out gold plaques for internet streams, I'd have a little more than 2 gold plaques on my wall.
No, it's good.
Kind of loser, get only 500,000 records sold. It's like I do that every month,
Yeah. So, but back then there were only 2 million people on the whole planet.
Yeah. So you had
That was good.
You had to get the dinosaurs listening. You had to.
Yes. That's
yeah,
good.
but it's cool. I'm working on my set. I'm trying to build this. They say like good crowds help you write and bad crowds help you edit. So it's interesting to me that this is the only art form that the audience gets a say in it while it's happening. You wouldn't like look over Martin Scorsese's shoulder as he's filming and go, "Hey, maybe move that guy to the left a little bit."
What if you hit Pesci with the baseball bat again?
Yeah. One more time. We need more explosions. Yes. But I think about that a lot because Keith is trying to direct movies, and I think, how lucky am I to get instant feedback like that?
Mm-hmm. You're getting paid to run a focus group.
Absolutely, yeah. I think we need more art forms with instant feedback. If Kenny G had only had a friend and someone told him that his music sucked, we wouldn't have to deal with that. We could have stopped this before it became a problem.
I love Kenny G.
Kenny G's dad owns the company that operates 73% of elevators in America, and that's how he actually got big.
I did not hear that. I think that's fake. Is that fake news?
It's fake. Yeah. But you believed it for a minute, because you're like, there's no way.
I had to fact check it. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like when you watch TV.
But it's good to see you and get situated in your new house. You're enjoying Vegas a lot?
Yeah, we're in Hawaii right now.
Oh.
But yeah, I know. But we're really enjoying Vegas. We're enjoying lots of restaurants. We're enjoying everything's 8 minutes away, and that people come to visit us. People,
and you have an eclectic choice of restaurants.
Every possible, like I like Mediterranean food. Supposedly it's healthy for you. I searched for Mediterranean restaurants, and I will only take 4.5 stars or better. And there's like 50 of them within 15 minutes. Wow.
Did you tell the story about walking into a Twin Peaks restaurant yet?
No.
I did that.
Andrew Rivers, everybody. Andrew Rivers. It was really good having you here.
Come on.
Okay.
You're from North Bend, where they filmed a movie called Twin Peaks.
Yes.
And the restaurant there was the Marti Diner, which was the Twin Peaks restaurant. And
you thought, this must be a North Bend themed restaurant in Las Vegas. I will do no more research and I will just show up.
Then you found out what the Twin Peaks was really about.
I said to your mother, I said, Twin Peaks, you want to give it a try? And she said, sure. I said, I'm really surprised that someone's still making a restaurant for a TV show that was canceled 30 years ago. Why not? And you guys know what Twin Peaks is?
Yes. That happened to me. I did the same thing.
It's basically like redneck Hooters.
It's flannel Hooters, yeah.
Flannel Hooters, yeah.
Well, it's like Yellowstone is just Sopranos, but everybody's in better shape. It's the exact same storyline.
Hey, that's not funny. Don't make me come over there, you son of a bitch.
Well, they call them restaurants, right?
By
the way, don't go to Clam Jumpers. That is a messy restaurant. It's not what you think it is.
That's the all lesbian restaurant, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Byron says they have Twin Peaks in Florida too. I guess it's a big chain. And we went in, and I noticed we were the oldest people there.
Yes.
And Lisa was one of only 2 women who didn't work there.
She was the only woman in pants. Everybody else had shorts on.
Yeah. Oh, they have those Daisy Duke shorts. And
Oh, yeah.
And I am so uncomfortable in a place like that because, if I'm going to look at girls like that, I'd rather have it be the privacy of my own laptop.
Catholic guilt.
Not. I mean, I can't look at.
Tab.
I can't look at people. I mean, I know they want you to look.
Yes,
I know.
I can't do it anyway. Yeah.
I struggle with that too. Like a lot of my friends like to go to strip clubs, and I get a little uncomfortable because I want them to think I'm still a good person. Even I treat it like the TSA. I'm like, hands up until you tell me otherwise. Like Barry, I don't have anything, nothing poking you, and and the strippers,
shoes and belt off, the whole thing.
Yeah. Sweatpants really frowned upon at the strip club for some reason. But I get like, even the strippers get uncomfortable. They're like, my tits are down here. Stop making eye contact. And
Andrew, on a high note, thank you very much. I do want to wrap this up now because we're approaching the 90-minute mark. I know Spike has to go to work. I also want to thank you all for, as we switch to this new format, if you're listening on audio, then it's going to be the same as it ever was. It's going to be released a day or so after we record it on all the podcast platforms. Most platforms are now allowing video, and we're making that transition over the next few weeks. More to come about if you want to participate live, and your comments are very much appreciated. You can email us, show@bobandzip.com anytime. Let us know if you want to let know when the shows are going to be live. And in the coming weeks, we'll add some invitations and ways for you to do that. And also maybe some more guests that I didn't, that aren't my son.
I can see you guys though. This is cool.
It is. It's really nice.
I went to buy tickets for Taylor Tomlinson in Vegas, and it was $385 for Lisa and I to go. So
what?
I know. I said, Andrew, can you get us some tickets? And he might be able to.
Working on it.
Yeah. Anyway, all of you, thank you very much. show@bobandzip.com if you want to write to us, and much appreciate those of you who support us on Patreon, because if you know anything about video, it gets expensive. And I have no idea how we're going to keep doing this without your support. So go to patreon.com/Bob Rivers if you want to throw something in the tip jar. Anybody else with a burning desire or a final comment? Ed Kelly?
I will do your answering machine message if you are a Patreon person.
Besides Anthony Fauci, who else could you do?
I got nothing else to do. I'm retired, for God's sake.
I know. Can you
John
do it?
Can't take your call. He took the vaccine and had a horrible side effect.
Hey, Dr. Fauci, why did you lie about the man-made virus? We're all wondering what cover-up was going on there.
Oh, well, my boss wanted to blame it on China.
Okay, China.
Okay. All right. Cheers, everybody. Thank you very much for watching us. We appreciate it. And
have a fun night.
We'll have a cowbell next week. All right.
No more cowbell.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.